Hey everyone, it's Emily here from Phoenix Gateway, and I wanted to do a really short reading bringing in the solstice energies and see what comes through just as a general reading, so it may not resonate with everybody. I'm going to be working with my sacred geometry cards, and these cards are available on my website, which will be on the link below, as well as for international buyers. I am going to put the link up for the second edition. I'm actually working with the second edition, which has 4 new cards, and it's really exciting stuff, because this is what I have been working on for so long, and it's come through for me in a wondrous way. So with the solstice, happy winter solstice in the southern hemisphere, happy summer solstice in the northern hemisphere. Whether it is through the winter solstice that you are finding you're going through a bit of an introspection, you are doing some self-reflection, you doing some self-nurturing, maybe, seeing you're at a point right now where you're thinking, you know what, now's the time to plant the seeds that I need to bring through for what it is that I'm creating in my personal world, my business world, just on my journey of life. A lot of us are really working on ourselves, and it is something that, as far as I'm concerned, is a lifelong journey anyway. And we get to different points of our lives where we have those aha moments, not haha, but we could be haha too, but yeah, we get to those moments, and we are able, we're gaining knowledge, and ultimately we're gaining wisdom, and wisdom really and truly is the power, as long as we use it for good, so to speak. Summer solstice may be those seeds that you have planted are ready to birth. This is the time of the phoenix. It's working with death to rebirth, and I guess it's still going through that, that same aspect in the winter solstice as well. I just keep seeing Nut, and if you know the story with Nut, how she swallows the sun and gives birth to it again within the morning. And I guess it's that same journey, but in this time it's a 6-month journey either way. So what is it that you're giving birth to? What is it that you've worked on? What strength have you gained at this point in time? So I'm just going to draw a few cards, and let's see what comes up for us. Doesn't look like we have a few cards for the solstice energy right now, just as a general reading, please and thank you. I think I'm going to draw. Ooh. Okay, this is really beautiful. So this is one of the new cards of the deck. It is Solfeggio frequency 174. 174 is all about my body is safe and loved. So really what this is telling us is that now is the time to understand, if we have gone through immense pain emotionally, now is the time to release those energies, release any karmic energies that have held you back. If you have physical pain, this is a wonderful frequency to listen to. Either play the frequency directly to the spot of pain, or just listening to it easily accessible on the internet. Maybe if it is a physical pain that you are going through, maybe it's a need to ask why. What is that pain associated with? Is there something that I also need to release at this point of time? So this is a really lovely energy to be working with, and it actually makes a lot of sense at this time on the solstice. Okay, I'm going to do another card. And what I love too, like when you look at solfeggio numbers, every number is either a 3, 6, or 9, just coming back to this card, and 1, 7, and 4. So 8 and 4 is 12, which is a 3. And, you know, 3 is about expansion. 3 is about leadership, taking control. And, you know, it is pretty cool. Egg of life has come through. So the egg of life, what I love about this is that the egg of life is part of, in creation story, is the second part of, is the second rotation. And within the 8 egg of life, we're working with the 13 spheres of creation. It is 8 in 3-dimensional, 13 in 2 dimensions. It is the 12 around the 1, and it's such a sacred number, the 13. And what this is saying is that all that we need in this lifetime is already our blueprint, which is held within that perineal space, deep, deep down in our body. And we can access it at any time. And what's even more profound and beautiful is the fact that the Merkaba actually sits within this shape. Within this geometry, and it is the Merkaba that we need to access for our healing. It is the Merkaba we need to access for our ascension. It is the Merkaba is the geometry that will help us, you know, release us from that. You know, if you read the Emerald Tablets, and about being able to release ourselves from the physical bondage, because it is about us being able to rise above in this physical. It's about being able to go beyond, to let go of the fear, to actually go and use the strength and the to be able to use our mind to be able to take us beyond the veil, and we can find the answers that we need in that space as well. And you know, this is the time to really truly connect, to go on that healing journey on all levels, emotionally, mentally, and physically, and spiritually. And I'm just going to pull one more card, because I'm really loving what's coming through, and it just makes perfect sense wherever we are on, you know, you can take it. It's the polarity, and polarity is one of the, you know, Hermetic laws of attraction, the universal laws. And polarity is so important, you know, because summer, winter, they're polar opposites, and somewhere in between, you know, it is all connected, and it's understanding that from that. How beautiful. And you know, after everything I've just said here, it is all about meditation. It is about working within the mind. It's coming from that heart space, and it's connecting to those higher chakras, the higher points. It's that connection of truly opening and expanding on our pineal gland, you know, bringing through the third eye connections, and really activating that heart and pineal. The heart and mind is what will activate us for that Merkaba, for that ascension, to take us, you know, to release those fears, to truly find the light, to understand we are all connected, we are all one, and you know, how we can ultimately self-heal and work on ourselves on all levels. We have the ability to self-heal, to release the pain, to release the traumas, you know, whether it's physically, emotionally, mentally, or even spiritually, past life, release that karmic connection, because, you know, really we are an avatar. Our body is an avatar in a 3-dimensional reality, where we really are at a higher level, that 5th dimensional reality in which we are going. And you know, it is our soul that needs to soar, you know, because we can replace our avatar. Our soul is what needs to understand the knowledge and, you know, create the wisdom within, to understand truly the mysteries of this universe. So have a wonderful solstice, winter or summer, and I will definitely speak to you next week for our weekly reading. Okay, bye for now.